Hey, Mike, are all chefs angry by nature? Keep up the good work.
Thanks. Angry by nature. I think that's a really good question and a very difficult one to unpack. I think that, like for me, and we've had this conversation a lot over the last year, it's like, how do we become shepherds and not Vikings, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I have my Viking moments often. I'm not immune to that, and I'm aware of them, and I try to better myself from them. And really, all those angry or Viking moments come from a place of that's not right, and I want it to be better, and we need to be better. And that's really where it comes from. Being able to grow and nurture talent is something that a lot of people aren't good at, and it's something that I think hopefully my staff and my people around me feel like I'm pretty decent at. And I feel like I'm pretty good at it, considering we're surrounded by my staff as we do this. And you know, it's one of those things that it takes a lot of time to kind of grow into. Because in my younger years, when it was just kind of like me, and I was a sous chef and I had a lot of stress, yeah, I was a fucking savage. Because in reality, I was savage because I didn't want to get bitched at.
That's about you. What do you think would make somebody think that that's the case about chefs?
Television, yeah.
So you think it's just television, or
Yeah.
how much of the television thing is...
I just want to, let's put this out there into the ether for
Yeah.
the people that don't read.
Do it.
Gordon Ramsay once cried at the feet of Marco Pierre White, right? Because Marco Pierre White was a fucking savage. If you've never read A Devil in the Kitchen, which is an incredible book about Marco and his life, I'm not co-signing Marco himself because I think he's turned into quite a fucking twat. But he is incredibly talented. His food has inspired me several times over. But he's a little bit of a fucking douche, to be honest.
Okay.
But Gordon Ramsay is of a caricature. He is, if he was actually that, I would be shocked.
Right.
That people would actually want to work for him.
Right.
So, you know, I think food television has really brought, what is it, the asshole sandwich that Gordon calls it? He wraps people in fucking 2 sandwich breads.
Idiot sandwich.
Idiot sandwich, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. So let me ask you this. When you, I mean, I'm sure that by now, I mean, and he's also like a TV veteran as well, right? So I'm sure he does a little bit of the show. But I remember when we were talking to Norman, he mentioned having passed on some TV opportunity because he was worried that he would be edited to look like a caricature.
Sure. Which is correct.
Yeah, and I wonder how much, for sure, Gordon Ramsay, you know, does some of it on purpose, as anybody would if you're concerned with being successful.
It evolved into that.
It evolved into that, but I'm sure that some of it started with people saying like, hey, this guy's extra colorful when he's really pissed, like for real. But if you cut out all the stuff in between, he looks...
Just
like if somebody did a show about you and you changed nothing, but they just isolated all those things.
Right, randomly. Something unassociated but associated. So we did, you know, we do our tasting menu videos, right?
Yep.
And I think it was in the first video I had a moment that I was angry and I slammed my hand on the pass. And it's just very my style. And it's not yelling at anyone, I'm yelling at the world when I do that.
Yeah, you're sort of like trying to hype people up.
Right.
I remember that. It was like, let's go sort of thing.
Yeah. So I have a good friend of mine, dear friend, just like salt of the earth person. He's a food writer, super intelligent, and he told me, he called me, and he said, "Listen, I think that this video is great, but I think you should edit it." I said, "Tell me why." He said, "This moment, this part of you is going to give people the wrong idea of who you are." And I said, I see what you're saying, and he's more talking about the state of the world now.
Yeah.
The way that the world is going now. It's an angry white dude. I'm not white. I'm Cuban. I wasn't. Sure. I wasn't angry. I was expressive.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I understood what he said, but I didn't do it because that is who I am. And for me, if people can't accept that about me, I don't care what kind of box you decide to put me in. I'm still going to be who I am. And the people, all these crazy people around us that work for me, they know that's who I am. And I would never hide from who I am. So, like, the emotions and the extra whatever comes from a place of, I want our guests and our people to have the best experience possible. It has nothing to do with me trying to be a fucking asshole ever.
Yeah, and I can see how somebody might see that, and I guess I could see how they would think that. But I remember that part of the video, and I don't know. I guess I took it as being more a moment of intensity than anger.
But I also understand that person trying to look out for me and saying, I don't, because, like, that person knows very well.
They knew what was going on in the video.
Well, they know my goals, and they were like, this may hurt your goals, right? But at the same time, I said, this is who I am. And if being who I am hurts my goals, then I'm okay with not having any of those goals.
Right.
That's just the reality of it. But I love them for doing that. I really do.